Okay, hey guys, it's Kelly. It's another topic I want to talk about. I've been seeing it kind of over TikTok a lot, and I kind of want to say my opinion. So I guess there's something going on with, like, this guy chose to go to his daughter's preschool graduation instead of his wife's college graduation, and she got a master's degree. I know we've seen the original video. I just tried looking it up, but I don't know if you guys know the original video or whatever. Let me know. But basically, yeah, I guess she got mad, and from what I've heard, because a lot of people make TikToks talking about it, I guess she wants to divorce, or is going to divorce him over it. That's what I heard, at least from other people. Then I also heard too, she's not even the actual mother of the kid. Which, I mean, obviously doesn't matter. Step parents are great, right? There's nothing wrong with being a step parent, but just want to give you guys information for what I've heard and for what I've known of the story. And there's people in the comments too who are like on her side, and it's saddening, because it's like, you always show up for your kid. Your kids are always number one, and don't date someone with kids if you can't accept the kids are going to be put first, and the kids are going to be their number one priority. Like, see, I would never date someone with kids, because it's not even about because I care about not being a priority. I don't want to be a step parent. I don't even want biological kids of my own or anything like that. So, I mean, I just would never date someone with kids, because I've also heard, like, horror stories about, baby mamas being bad and stuff, but that's neither here or there. It's not important. But, so just don't do that if you can't accept that you're not going to be the number one in their lives. And that's okay if you don't think you can handle dating someone with kids. That's 100% okay. You're not wrong for that. But then don't get into a relationship with someone with kids and treat the kids like shit, or get mad when they put their kids first. I know people say, oh, it's preschool graduation, it doesn't matter. Well, my nephew and my baby cousin, they just graduated from preschool back in June. And I went to it. It was the cutest thing ever. They had little caps, and stuff. They, like, sang and stuff. And the teacher went around and, like, said each kid's name and, like, a little bit something about them. It was really cute. And then they got this, like, little sand bucket with stuff inside it to bring home. It was a cute little thing, And, like, I even had a preschool graduation. My mom has my certificate hanging up in the wall in her room, like, taped up on the wall. It has a picture of me with holding my 2 stuffed animals. It's really cute. And, I know people like, oh, she's not going to remember. And I will admit, I don't remember my preschool graduation. I don't remember preschool, but I know there's people who do. I just watched this guy who follow on TikTok. I can't remember his name, but I follow him. And he was saying he remembers his preschool graduation and his, kindergarten graduation. There are people who remember that stuff. And, like, the kid is going to be upset, too, if you don't go. Because how are you going to explain that to your child? Oh, I didn't want to go because I didn't think it was important. Like, to the kid, that's important. Your kids' accomplishments are important, even if you don't think so personally. To them, they're important, so they should be important to you as a parent. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. It's like, for example, when the kid uses the toilet for the first time. That's a big deal, right? Because, that's the first time for them using the toilet. So, you as a parent, you get happy for them, you get excited. Even though I know for, like, the average person who uses the toilet every day, it's not a big deal. But for a little kid, a toddler who's using it for the first time, it is. Same first time, maybe them getting dressed on their own, and them brushing their teeth on their own, It's the little stuff that's important to them, because it's a big deal for them, And, like, I don't know. I just don't understand how people can think. Oh, like, I've seen comments too, people saying, oh, I'd take my kid to my wife's graduation. Well, you know what? That's a good way of getting your kid to hate their stepmom. So just keep that in mind, too. And it also shows them that you don't view their accomplishments as important, And let's be honest here, college, you choose to go to college. That's something you have to do, People choose to go to college. It's not like with high school, middle school, elementary, all that, like, you don't get a choice to go. I guess you can say the same about preschool, so not everyone has to go to preschool, but the kid doesn't get a choice, whether they go to preschool or not. It's on the parents. It's like, I don't know. I just think, like, you choose to go to college. I'm not saying, like, it's not a big deal. You know what I mean? Like, master's degree is a great thing. But again, the dude, he could have just been like, hey, he could plan a trip to take with his wife for her graduation, like a small weekend getaway or something, or for a couple days. Take her out to dinner afterwards. And let's be real, like, my nephew's graduation, that was an afternoon. It was like a noon. It was like probably an hour, not even an hour. And I feel like, because I'm like with my high school graduation, that was in the evening. So I feel like college graduation, that would be in the evening too. So it's like, you know what I mean? I don't know exactly how college works. I just assume usually, because even my other nephew, my older nephew, he graduated middle school. And we went to that, and that was in the evening time. That was, I think, at like 6 in the evening or something. But anyways, so that's what I'm saying. I feel like most of those graduations, high school, all that, that's usually in the evening. So, like, even if he went to his, how would that even affect the college? Again, I don't know. I guess everywhere is different. And usually, too, the preschool graduation is not even that long. So, like, you go to that, then you can go to your wife's, right? Even if it's kind of at the same time or kind of ends up going into one another, if that makes sense. Like, if one's at one time, you know, that goes, but then this one starts like half an hour after the other one or something like that. Even if you miss a little bit, who cares? You know what I mean? Like, and I'm sure she has her family, the right parents, siblings, whoever. So it's not like she's alone. You know, again, I can't say the 100% sure because I never seen the original video or whatever of it, but I just really pissed me off people were saying, oh, it's not a big deal. Especially people saying, oh, I take my kid to my wife's. Like, you're just showing your kid they're not important to you. You don't view them as important, or you don't view their accomplishments as important just because it's preschool. Preschool is important, you know? That's like your step, that's like, preschool is like, how do I explain it? It's like how kids start off in school. It's it gets the kids to get comfortable with the school setting, right? And being around other kids. It pretty much gets them ready for regular school, if you think about it. So in a way, it is kind of a big deal because it's preparing them for actual school, right? You know what I mean? So I don't know. I just think it's shitty that people think that their kids' accomplishments are not important just because it may be preschool. Like, it's sad, like, and it shows me, like, those people obviously can't be parents saying that, you know, and shouldn't be parents if you really believe that. And, like, not even the kid's mother. Like, if you're gonna date someone with kids, you're gonna have to accept that the kids are gonna come first to them, you know? And that's okay. The kids should always come first, no matter what. You know, and I know other people say, oh, well, they have the other parent there, okay? Well, they're gonna know their father's not there. And then how are you gonna tell her? I think it was the daughter. How are you gonna tell the daughter, or explain to the daughter why you went after preschool graduation, huh? In a way that's not gonna upset them. What are you gonna say? Oh, you know, I'd rather be with my wife. Again, that's a great way to get your kid to hate your wife. You know, just hate their step-parents. So, you know what I mean? And it's like, oh, even if they don't remember, there's going to be pictures. How are you going to explain them and look at pictures? Oh, why wasn't my dad there? Because you didn't think it was important? Like, that's hurtful. You know what I mean? That is hurtful to a child to think that they're not important in their parents' eyes. You know, to think that their accomplishments is not important in their parents' eyes. You know what I mean? And again, this woman's an adult. You know, he could come and be like, hey, you know, I'm going to go to my daughter's graduation. But how about we plan a trip to go on to celebrate your graduation, you know? Like, they could easily done something like that. We'll do, like, a weekend getaway somewhere for you to celebrate your accomplishment. We'll also take you out to dinner that night, too. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's no reason to get upset because he's showing up for his child. That's what a good parent does, you know? And if, you know, and you shouldn't want to be with someone who wouldn't show up for their kids. Because then what kind of person is that can't show up for their kids? You know what I mean? Like, if it was my college graduation, I was with someone with a kid, I'd be like, yes, you go to your kid's graduation. You know what I mean? I would never expect them to miss their kids' events because of me, and if they chose to, that would show me who they are as a person. That's not the type of person I'd want to be with. You know, kids should always come first no matter what. And I think it's shitty that there's so many people who don't agree with that, especially in this scenario. It just really, like, hurts my heart to see those comments. Like, oh, doesn't matter, like, invalidating a child's accomplishments. Like, that's your child, man. How can you sit there and invalidate their accomplishments because you don't view it as important? Who cares? It's not about you, is it? It's about your child. It's about showing up for your child and making memories with your child and making them happy. Because it's going to be a cool memory you can look back on and picture, like, oh, look at you at your preschool graduation. How cute, you know? Like, I don't know. I don't know how any parents can just not show up for their kid and, like, miss their kids' events. You know, that man is a good father. Props to you, dude. I doubt you're watching this, but good job being a good father for your kid. And if she's really going to divorce you over that, then fuck her. You know what I mean? She ain't a good wife to begin with. Like, come on, I understand being disappointed, but divorce is way too far. You know what I mean? Like, she couldn't sit down and talk to him. I'll be, like I said, plan a weekend getaway, plan something to celebrate. Like, come on. She's being childish. Oh, I'm going to divorce you because you showed up for your kid. Like, fuck you. And you just showed, too, you should not be a parent. Because you'd be a shitty parent. Anyone who doesn't agree that man should have went to his kid's kids' preschool graduation should not be a parent. And if you are a parent and you don't agree with that, I feel bad for your kids. You know? You can make your kids feel invalued to you. And that's not right. You know? I know people can be like, oh, you're not paying, well, you know what? I did go to my, like I said, I went to my nephew's preschool graduation, and I'm happy I did, because it was so cute watching them all clap. Same with like my baby cousin too. They were in the same class, so they graduated together. Obviously, it was cute. It was like I said, it's just a cute thing, and I'm happy I went. And my nephew was happy I went too, and my little cousin. They're happy to see people showing up for them. That they, that people that care about them. And will they remember this? Who knows? But they'll look back at the pictures and be happy. So I don't know. I just think it's shit that so many people were like against it. It's like, I don't know. I'm gonna stop rambling, guys. I just want to put my 2 cents in. I just think it's fucked up to not choose your child over your spouse. Especially like that's not even the mother of the kid too. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm not saying it would be different even if she was the mother of the kid. I mean, that's what I heard, that she was a step parent. I don't know if that's 100% true. That's what I hear people saying, but who knows? But I don't know. Doesn't matter regardless, even if she is the bio parent. I was happy because some people saying like, oh, if I was graduating, I would miss my own graduation for my child. See, that's a good parent right there. Because your child matters. Your child didn't ask to be born. You brought the child into this world, right? So treat them well. Be there for them. Like, I don't know. It's just sad. I hope people can learn from this and can be better people in the future and better parents if they become parents in the future. Or you're really going to screw your kid up. Because people don't realize, but not showing up for your kid really affects them. Not being there for your kid really affects them. And I don't think people realize that, but it really does. Could give them self-esteem issues and self-confidence issues. Like, show up for your kid. It's not going to kill you. Preschool graduate is like half an hour, 45 minutes. Barely an hour. Then go to your wife. Like, it's really not that hard. The wife made this into a bigger deal than it needed to be, in my opinion. Like, there's no reason to turn it and then fucking go on the internet and talk about it. I mean, although I feel it's some kind of, a lot of people do, and I feel like I probably would do, not gonna lie. But it's like, come on, grow the fuck up. You're an adult. This is a child. Grow up, lady. Grow the fuck up. Anyways, I'm gonna stop rambling. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. But I love you guys so much. And if I got any information wrong about this situation, let me know in the comments. But I'm just going off what I've heard from other people who's talked about this situation, so don't come for me. But I love you guys so much. Please follow me on my socials. Follow everyone in my description. Guys, please subscribe to me. Please like and please comment. And I will see you in the next video. Peace.